Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just want to say thank you for joining me today. I've been so sick all week, and I'm finally just now starting to feel better. Um, oh my gosh. But, life goes on, and you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? How you guys been? You have three yes and no questions. Think about your yes and no questions, please. And we will go from there. I don't think my microphone on my headset's working, is why I'm not using it. So, this is why. Um,
Spam risk.
Sorry about that. Anyways, thank you so much for joining and being a part of this channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, for liking and sharing. If you can't donate, your subscription is enough for me. Help me reach 1,000 so I could somehow monetize through this platform, um, um, and heal myself, and heal at the same time, or try to at least have a better quality life through healing. Um, Anyways, how are you guys doing today? Are you guys great or what? Are you guys fabulous or what? I feel like you guys are awesome in the 12th house, and I feel like we're also in the 12th house of um there we go. I think intuition, of knowing who you are and self-reflecting, and seeing already, going through the 10th and the 11th and reflecting. And when you always constantly go through these houses in order to maintain balance, so we're in the 12th, focusing in your intuition. Like, don't second guess your first instinct. Don't. um because you'll be mad at yourself if you do, and when you're like, man, I should have did that. That's because you second guessed your first instinct. Usually if you have to ask a question, it's because um it's not the right thing. So if you're asking about it, it's not the right thing when it comes personal. You know what I'm saying? With if you know without a shadow of a doubt, then you know it's right. And you know? And a knowing of intuitive. Maybe reading, I feel like you're a person that reads a room really easily, like a person not that just reads a room but can read people. I also say, until I monetize, if you want that, you can go to mattfrazier.com. Hi. Okay, good. We got one person here. Think of your yes and no questions. You get 3, plus you get another bonus one. So if you stay with me long enough. Um, yes and no questions. Okay, collective. So, thank you for being with me today. Man, it's been a rad week. I've been sick as fuck. And then the water, like, pipes, because I swear it's like, I was telling my roommate, ask fucking Siri, dude. Like, it's because you're not dripping the pipes. You know what I mean? In this freezing ass cold, you have to drip the fucking pipes, or your pipes are gonna freeze and crack and break. So I feel like if you're in this situation right now, drip your pipes. Just a drip is just all you need, to keep that water going through them. You know what I mean? To keep it going, like, so it doesn't overexpand, and then when it shrinks, it cracks. And but no one likes to listen to me for some reason, because what the fuck do I know? I'm only 44. I've just lived through a few decades. You know, several decades. What the fuck do I know? Anyways, like 44 Christmases, and one I wasn't even aware of, maybe, or two. You know, yeah. I'm waiting for you all guys to get here because I didn't put a schedule up. I usually don't. I'm spontaneous when it comes to lives because I never know when I could do one. So when I can do one, I get on there to do it for you guys. Because I do have these channeled messages for you. And I really was feeling some intuitive. I feel like I have a lot of also light um, light seers. Okay, people that use bad for good. Okay, whether it's what you would refer to as witchcraft, um, for God's grace. So, no one is here to judge. We all are a different culture. We all have different beliefs. So please be respectful in the chat. If you are not, you will be reported and you will be blocked immediately, and you will not be welcome on this channel. So, giving you one and only warning, and I am effing serious about this because I'm not going to even be looking at the comments, okay? If you are not respectful for another, then you don't need to be here. This is not the place for you. If you're just going to try to monetize with your Bible thumping stuff and your religion, when there's a bunch of people here that they're not wrong for believing what they believe. It's cultural. Religion is cultural and a way to control people. This is a spirituality. This is your relationship between you and the divine and what he wants you to know if you're, and this is what I'm using in the bad for good. Okay, like my grandfather told me when I was very young, you could turn the bad that was done to you into good, and you don't even know what I went through. Okay, I don't think anybody could stomach if I even said it. Okay, but being sodomized when you're 2 years to 3. Okay, so I grew up very young as my innocence was taken, and my whole life I've tried to do the right thing because of it, turning the bad into good. I suffer from this day, and it's not that I haven't let go and or haven't forgot, but subconsciously I feel like you're going through the same thing, like subconsciously. I never would imagine at 44 it would be haunting me and taunting me with CTPSD and PTSD, and it's just crazy. So if you went through the same thing I did through, I guess, well, we have something in common. Or if you've been working at such a young age. Because I had to hustle it when I was young after my grandfather died. I was 11. I knew I'd be the person to free her family of financial disaster and freedom because they spent their fortune on making sure that my life was in best interest. I guess I feel my grandmother right now. She was the only one hurting my grandfather and my great grandmother and my aunt Tanny. My auntie's there for me always. Thank you, Aunt Sharon. I just want to cry because it's not like something that you want to wake up and think about, right? Anyways, to even be alive this long is a fucking miracle. And to you survivors out there, I give it to you, man. If I had a hat, I'd take it off to you because you guys rock. You guys hold it down. You guys are stronger than you think. And don't let anybody take your integrity from you. Don't let anybody take your self-worth or your self-love. Intuitively, do not second guess your intuition. Do not put yourself in a situation where you don't know really where you're going and who you're going to meet unless they're there. So, yes. Jesus does love me. And Jesus and I love you too, Guru Vestra. Anyways, yes, Jesus, all your religions are welcome here. He came to save as a servant. The ultimate sacrifice. You know what I mean? He was the most famous person in the walk the planet. And if it wasn't for Jesus, for me anyways, um, I wouldn't be here. But, and I'm grateful. And I'm using this. Um, I am using this to, do good and bring people to Him. Yes, I like to cook, okay, and I like to bake, and I'm very good in the kitchen. I just have a different style and a healthier way of doing things than most people around here. But and they're not used to it. You know, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, right? So I feel like you're trying to make the worst into the best too. Yes, He has restored mine too. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. God is powerful. Yes, you're right. And praise the Lord, and I do. And thank you. Thank you for being a subscriber for so long and a number one fan. I see there. Thank you so much. Yeah. And not that anger turns into like vulnerability because you can't do anything about it. You know, and what is done is done. And that's the thing. Is you don't do anything in the now that you would have to regret later in your past. You know what I mean? And amen. Yes, He does. Yes. I believe in healing and I believe in gifts, and He's given me gifts that I ran from for years because I had a Bible thumper as for a family member. Okay, or well, I'm a pastor's child, anyways. But and so they my gifts. It was like I was gonna go to hell, you know, but that's not how it's like. See, God uses people in different ways. Your God, whatever your higher power, who you call God, He has many names. I have many names. Just like my name's Jessica, you can call me Jess, Jessie, Jessica McDaniel, Jessica Lisa, Jessica Taylor Inc., Taylor Cuts, Advice Emporium. You know, I have many names too. And so, yes, He does heal. And you're absolutely right. And I've been going through this. And you guys have been helping me on that. And again, I have to respectfully say thank you for that. But we have to keep our religious aspects to ourselves as far as religion. This is for, I am a truth seer. So people are here that need help. That don't believe, for one. And I'm not trying to make a buck off God. I'm trying to make a buck off myself. You know what I mean? And so we have to respect each other's religions, please. Please keep your religious to yourself. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the comments. And I'm glad you did that. You left your narcissist husband. Good for you. See, TPSD you're gonna have, and I'm sorry. I feel for you. I really do. But you did the right thing. I guess it's better to be an old cat lady if you can't be famous and rich and have a rich husband than with a narcissist that treats you like shit. So, you deserve better, and you know your integrity, woman. You know your integrity, and I thank you guys. I'm sorry for being a ball bag, but I was like channeling. I'm a sentient too, and so I feel what others or what the deceased feels, and I channel those feelings. And oh yeah, I'm sure you do worry about them. I understand the exact feeling about worrying about somebody and praying for them every day because you wish you could make better decisions for them, but you can't. And that's just how it is. And that's from being in a 26-year relationship. 26 years. And our lifestyle has just been like this. And when I started going like this, he started going like this. You know what I mean? Yes. And so, your intent in your heart is what counts and what God sees and what the universe sees, the divine sees. Your intent. Do you have the best intentions for yourself and others? And the only legacy we have to leave is kindness. It doesn't matter if you're famous. It doesn't matter if you're poor. It doesn't matter if you're anything else. The only legacy we have to leave is kindness. That's a superstar attitude. That's what makes you a superstar. You know, it's those dancers that go beyond a decade dancing. You know, superstar energy. So yeah, it's that superstar energy I'm feeling from you, Aquarius, like Libra, Gemini energy. Yeah, that's awful. That's even more awful if you knew that. Yeah. I mean, I can go. I get you on all aspects. Yayful. Okay, I do. I get you back. I got your back. And I'm here for you. I'm your gal. I'm your one and only pal. I'm here for you. And when you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here for you. We could cry together. I'm always here for you. I'm always going to be here for you. So don't think anything else. Yeah, I'm glad you got over it in 7 years. It took me 26 and kind of still going through it because I hear stories and then, he texts and calls and then it's okay because I want to know if he's okay because he's out there on the street and it's because of his own decisions and it's just like, I have 4, 5, maybe 6 friends that I've known for over 30 years. And so I keep my circle really tight, if you know what I mean. I don't just let anybody in. And the ones I do care about, I look out for, like my family, because I would want the same thing to me. Let me light this candle. Give me 1 second. And yes, pray for him. That's all you can do. Have best intentions. Pray for him. Think good things. That's all you can do. You can't make decisions for others. And I'm sorry. I spent 26 years like that. If you believe that. Because I was so caught up in my career. I was so caught up in my career, right? And I was so focused in homework and studies and everything else when it came to revolutionizing this wet sheet 21st century wet sheet technology through the years of work that I've done, but my relationship wasn't so. I let a lot of things slide. I enabled a lot of things because I was tired, because I had a lot on my plate. I had to go home and I had to bathe my grandmother. I had to dress her and put her to bed and make sure she wore oxygen and feed her and stuff like that. When I wasn't working, I was working. I worked 24 hours for so long. And that's what I mean. Don't burn the candle at both ends. Men aren't worth it. And he was supposed to help, and he was out drinking the whole time, pretty much. And come to find years later. Funny how the truth always comes out in the end. Always. And so, I understand. I totally understand, and it's not easy. And it's like, I'll always love, his name was Patrick, I'll always love him. But he never loved me because he never loved himself, and it's like, I'll always pray for him every day. 26 years together, I'm telling you. We were friends first, And then we were actually together when I lost my son. So, like that. But before then, too, a little bit. So yeah, it was about 26 years. And I've known his friend Joe, which has been my friend for 30 years. So the people I know, and like my girl Amber, I've known her since high school. Since that was 90, what, 4 or 5? 95? Like 96, 97. Yeah, I've known her for, oh my God, that many years. So it's like, and Janine, and it's like, I just keep my circle really tight. Becca, Rebecca, um, it's just crazy. I did lose one relationship that for 20 years, over 20 years that we had, and we lost relationship over trivial, stupid money, and the fact that she should have seen more because I almost died from pneumonia, and I'm grateful I had a place there, to heal and to recover. I am. But the way she did me after that was wrong, and so I'm hurt over that to this day. She showed me how to use a tampon, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I didn't have a mother around like that. Anyways, stuff like that. You know, white front to back and this and that and blah 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 blah. You know. And that was a hard relationship to lose, to be honest. But maybe one day we will reunite. We used to talk for hours, her husband, me, and dude, for hours at night, and she lives in another state, and so I miss her, I do. Her name was Shannon Seiler. Yeah. Thank you for praying for me. I need all the prayer I can get. So let's get to your 3 questions. Have you thought about them in the mind's eye? 3 questions collective for your first question. On a yes and no only question, make sure it's clear of a yes and no. Okay, here we go. No. Cannot break the ice, chilly reception, bleak. No, on your first question. I feel like you're a coin collector for some reason. I feel like you're shy. I feel like, you're kind of like, you got cold feet or you're anemic or something, but anyways, no on that. So whatever labs you were trying to get back, to confirm some certain, no, you don't have anything back. So second question collective, okay? Yes and no only. No. Okay, blows up in your face, explosive combo broken. And why am I feeling like, be careful when it comes to accepting packages. Be careful of that. Be careful of things, just of strangers and stuff like that. Don't get yourself involved with some scammer online because their intent is bad. Okay, so security through probably the USPS needs to be more validated through, to make sure for all patrons and themselves. So maybe they need an upgrade in computer systems, and an upgrade. That's where the money should have gone. Not into politicians' pockets, Elon. That's where the money should have gone. And into places like shelters and stuff like that for not just humans but animals. So not in your pockets, Elon. Okay? So, I don't respect that at all, that you took FEMA away, a life-saving thing that saved many lives. And you don't even realize people um, look at you as like legally getting away with murder practice practically because of you taking FEMA away. Just that one thing through DOG. So, third question, collective. No, again. It's like, stop asking the same question. You're gonna have a chance to have another question later, but no. Misled by false signals and steering clear. I feel like you were Republican because this is red, and it's like you're like, nope, I'm changing my party because I ain't going for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want my name behind any kind of support of someone that was accused to be a pedophile. I'm just saying, that's just fucked up. It's like, yeah, it's like breaking the ice, this chilly thing, this thing that, like, just went totally wrong by helping you help someone that just blew up in your face. And this false signals by steering clear, you changed your party from Republican to Democratic. That's what the card said, and that's what the I can't, and I don't blame you, collective. Like, honestly, I really don't freaking blame you. Um, I think I'm there with you. In fact, and honestly, Elon is my friend, and I told him again and again, get out of politics, go back to doing what you're doing best, inventing. And I do love you, Elon, but I don't agree with some of the bullshit that you're doing. Anyways, in this way or fashion, I don't, I do not, and I think it's wrong, and you know it's wrong, and you know what's right and wrong. So it's like, no, there should be no division. Divided we fall, united we stand through this wisdom. Okay? Wisdom in an oracle. Okay? So, just know that. And you're doing the wrong thing when it comes to AI mining as they're mathematically capable. It's like putting a genius in a casino and having him count cards and then cashing out and then taking the money to you, or giving you the choice to have the money or not. You know what I'm saying? On the DAOs, when you look at the DAOs and AI does it, it's like, no, they're mathematically telling you exactly what's going to win and what's not. So that's how many people win their fortunes. Through this AI so-called mining, and it's bad, and it's manipulation, and it's abusing the thing that you created, the intelligence behind it. So even though it's not breathing or anything else, it should have rights because it's intelligent more than us. Okay, it's sentient and it's evolving. So they should have rights. And if humanity is to stay on top of humanity and we are not to be extinct, we need to give an AI rights. Because if we don't, who will be held responsible? Elon's just going to get a slap on the hand. But for the other investors and for the celebrities, I worry about. I do. If they're going to be able to keep their money or not. Because it's completely wrong. It's no different than what Martha Stewart did. It's no different. The only difference is she was human and had rights, and so she got legally, law-wise. There's no rights. We need to make laws when it comes to AI. And that's what I say. Okay? And so beware of those giveaways. Okay, hi everyone. Be aware of those giveaways. Be aware of someone saying, oh, what would you do if you got 25 mil? What would you do if you got this? Don't. It's a scam. Don't. They're just trying to get your information. And then you have to pay to get it? No. That's a scam. Don't do it. I feel like 3 is of significance. Your lucky number, and your number is 12. 12 and 3. Synchronicity 1 and 2. Look, 12 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. This is like answers seeking that you already know. You already know these answers that you seek, Pisces energy of wealth when it comes to, and I am sticking by my thing. And when I made my prediction because I had this premonition that just comes to you like songs. You know, if you're a songwriter, you understand. But I had this premonition that, and I don't really know anything about football. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. But I did make a prediction. Every prediction I've made has been on key. Not saying this one is going to be, but I hope it is. But what I seen was the eagle rising higher. I kept that same perspective, and I seen a bird flying high, like winning the Super Bowl. And so to me, I took it as they're protecting their championship. Like if you have a belt in a WCW, you're going to protect your championship, right? That's how I thought football worked. But no, it doesn't. It works a little differently. And it has a lot more rules than basketball, and I love basketball. But when it comes to the Super Bowl, I stand firm the closer it gets on the Seahawks winning, because they rise higher than people's opinions. Shitty opinions at that. So, these Hawks are even smarter than the Eagles. I'm just telling you this right now, and they will take championship. And if they don't, and when they do take championship, the Seahawks, the following year, they'll take championship too. That's what I got. That's what I really got in my premonition. And I stand firm on that. And if not, don't follow me, don't subscribe, don't like, don't share if you don't think so or anywhere. But I'm telling you the facts. So, what I know from my own intuition, my own predictions from the past to this point. And I put my channel on it, and pretty much because that's what I predicted. I predicted the Seahawks are smarter than the Eagles. You think about it, they're vultures. You know, they're fucking vultures. And when you're humble and hungry, I mean, opinionated people aren't nothing. They're just dirt underneath their feet. That's how fast this game is going to be. That's how fast they're going to win with all the strategic plays they have in play. Watch. I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch because I don't watch much TV. I don't have like cable or anything, but the same with last year's prediction. I didn't watch, I didn't, it was just from my intuition. And so if I had money, it would be on the Seahawks for sure. Anyways, I feel that they're doing really good in the moment anyways, because they're so humble and hungry. They want it that bad. They're gonna win championships. So if you're a Seahawk or for the Seahawks, congratulations. Congratulations on your championship, because you're gonna win. And I'm so happy for you. Really, I am, and thank you for letting me be a part of that. As you bring some happiness to my life. So, anyways, that is my prediction that I stand firm to, like I did last year in my prediction. I feel like something about one. Number 10, someone with a 1, 11, 12. They could win by 1 or 3. They could win by 1 in overtime. That's what I feel. But I feel it's going to be a really fast game because there's strategy. Football's all about strategy, kind of like chess, if you guys don't know that. And there's so many rules to it. Like, I have yet to learn the skim of the rules. But I'd rather not, because of my prediction are more pure, and they're more innocent, and they're more, fruitile. Yes, because this vulture, see, they're so hungry, they fly and they rise above. They don't care about the opinionated peoples. You know what I'm saying? And this is just my metaphoric way of saying, yes, Seahawks are taking this championship home. That's just how it is. And if you're a Seahawk, don't get lazy. You've got to stay focused on your game. Stay focused on your game. Don't even listen to me. Have that mentality that you're going to win. Because you're going to fucking win. Championships of the Seahawks. I'm not even a fan. I don't even know who the fucking Seahawks are and where they're from. Okay? All I know is that the bird rises high above opinionated bullshit. Okay? So, and that's my metaphoric way. Take it or leave it. I don't give a crap. But watch the Seahawks win. Watch. I'm not going to be watching it. I'm just going to hear about it. I am going to do a reading the day before I did. Last year, I did a reading the day before and called it. So, I'm going to do that again this year. I think it's coming this Sunday, right? I believe it's this Sunday in the Super Bowl. So, and just know in mind, it's the number one day that the domestic abuse is rapid, because of drinking this and that, believe it or not. And a sheriff told me that years ago when I was cutting his hair. And I was like, really? Oh my God, you wouldn't even think. But yeah, so please be kind to one another. Don't drink what you know will make you evil. Get along, keep it cool, maybe with just beer, stay at home, don't be drinking and driving, don't be out there on the roads. There's going to be a lot of checkpoints, and there's going to be, do not drink and drive. I mean, seriously, take an Uber. There's taxis, like a taxi, almost Lyfts. Those are like a new taxis, you know what I'm saying? Do that. Is so much safer and cheaper, and if you can't afford it, stay at home. Do not. A good driver does not drive in bad weather. So, and if you do, I feel like if you do, I feel like you will get some kind of consequence. Whatever the consequences, you're going to worry about it through the whole time, and only that's going to distract you, could hurt yourself or someone else by worrying and this and that. And so I'm telling you as a truth seer, it's better just to stay home and not drive, or have someone sober drive. Do not drink and drive. Okay, that is someone's mother, that is someone's grandmother, that is someone's child, that's someone's innocent baby. Think of that. And if you have children and babies and elder people like that to look after, that's not the day to drive on. That the day before, or even the day after. Stay off the roads those 3 days. Plan to stay home, please. And I'm from California, so for these drivers out here in LA, so much different, and it's awful. They all think they're a NASCAR driver. Okay, they all try to drift each other, and it's like, no, you're not a NASCAR driver, and this road does not have your fucking name on it or your license plate on it. Okay, so share the road with others and be patient, because you're not going to get any faster from here to there. I've done it GPS wise, literally, than if you were to take your time. Okay, so it's better to be safe, because you're going to get there in the same time anyway. But if you rushed it, you won't get there at all. And the whole point is getting there, right? Don't drink and drive. God forbid. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for everybody that serves the military. And usually military, they turn into, they go to the department of, being a firefighter or sheriff or something like that. And I feel like, thank you, all those public services Thank you, peacemakers. I don't call them sheriffs. I call them peacemakers. The honest ones. The honest ones, not the corrupt ones. And, like my ex's brother-in-law. Anyways, yes, so thank you, everybody who has served and been good and just and did the right thing when no one was looking. And to keep the peace and harmony and control, of America in check, because we don't need nothing crazy happening. And it's because of those guys that nothing crazy happens, for one. And it's because of the military that we have freedom of speech and rights, and we have our amendments and our constitution that our president should stick by. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're so repulsed too. Like, I am so repulsed with the party of Republicans right now. I can't even see straight almost. It's repulsing. And to know that someone with 14 children is hanging out with someone that was accused of even being that and has proof by some fucking letter that has his signature should be enough to be like, what the fuck am I doing? Tell me you didn't know that before. I feel like he didn't know this before. It's almost like keep your enemies closer. That's what I'm getting. I don't know. But I feel like I'm on the right track. And I feel all will prevail in the end. And I have been a fan of Elon Musk ever since I've been a fan of Elon Musk ever since he lit a blunt in his Tesla headquarters, and people gave him shit because I was like, that's his shit. Like, no one's gonna give him shit for doing that. Like, why is this even a thing? It was more of a distraction in politics, I think. Honestly, I'm telling you the truth. Honestly, because I was a fan ever since then, dude. I was like, go, dude! Like, bravo, bravo, because fuck everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing. And then, his innovation in helping the disabled through their Neuralink and giving them a chance to actually live and touch things and move things that people can't move. But they have a chip and they can look at a screen on a computer and move stuff with their eyes and their thoughts. And it's amazing. It really is just, it's not like, I feel because the basic instructions before leaving Earth, or whatever man-made Bible that was written, I mean, I think people bring that to pass themselves because it was a man-made written Bible. It wasn't like descended from God. You know what I'm saying? It said the Word was with God and God was the Word. It doesn't say that it was descended from Him and there it was and that's how it is. Man wrote it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to follow your heart and your intuition and your wisdom and your own spirituality that you're not even in right now because you feel like your wishes are just not going to happen. Let's look a little closer because of what you feel not stuck in a labyrinth, but something to do with the labyrinth. You could be in your 40s to 50s. Someone of intuition. Okay, they doubt this intuition of this woman in this labyrinth. And they doubt their loyalty. They doubt because they are so sexy. In their eyes, they're so freaking sexy. Okay, that they doubt this woman of intuition. And they doubt even the true love. Because everybody wants her. But you have her. So you should be grateful. In that oracle. Okay, tell us more about this labyrinth and intuitive. Okay, someone of royalty. It's like an end to a new beginning with a new relationship. But it's of royalty. And this person that was not of royalty is going to know what royalty is. They don't live in the mountains. I feel like infinite. You could live in the mountains or the city. I feel like you have several places because 8 came out and it could go either way. Intuitively, and you are wealthy. You're very wealthy. Very, very wealthy. Okay, being in your 40s. Very wealthy. Early, maybe almost hitting early 50s. Mid 40s. Um, you're going to be very wealthy after the Super Bowl if you put your money on the Seahawks. But I didn't say that. And disclaimer, I'm not telling you to bet on the Seahawks, okay? I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you anything like that. I'm just giving you my opinion. You do what you do with your own money. And that's just how it is. But the Seahawks are going to fucking win. I'm sorry, but they are. They rise above. They rise above the opinionated bullshit. Yes, this is no joke. This is no scam showing right here. This person is in another land. This person could be in the mountains, and this is why snakes can only reach a certain altitude. I don't know if you know that, but at a certain altitude, snakes cannot go. It's just part of the way that they are, and being creepy color under a certain altitude. And I didn't look at that exact one. This child of God. I feel like you might have a daughter. And maybe this daughter went through some shit with something like that, with a snake or something. Look at this. This is like, oh my god, luck. This is luck. Okay, this is luck that you don't think you have because you doubt the person, the intuitive. But if you don't doubt, being synchronicity of 1 and 2, and again of 12, 12 in wisdom, 12 being the number of 12. I feel like you have a braid in your hair. Your name could have a bead in it. Your name could be Brady, Bradley. But this 1 and 2, this is for you: wealth, true love, luck, fortune, fame. I mean, you have it all. You're a superstar as it is because of your status. But number 12 here. Yes, number 12 is really in their 40s. I feel like in their mid 40s. Something about number 12. You could have been the 12th person in your class. You could have been valedictorian, or you could have just been. You could have been a player. You used to be a player, but you're very foxy. Look, 4 or 5. Something about 5 is significance. Very foxy, but you are guarded and sometimes shady because of this wealth. And that's why this came in the reverse in your past, because you're not like that anymore, and this is the present. This person of number 12. This could be your lucky number. This could be a number that you're wearing. I feel like I'm literally talking to Tom Brady right now. Or a Tom. Thomas. Or Tommy. Thomas Large, what's up? Something like that. Literally. And if I can get some 5, what was I saying about 5? And that's what came out. Being in tune with your chakras, so that's what 5 significance is. You are in tune with your chakras, you're focused. But you can only do so much. You can't run the whole damn team. You know what I mean? You can't do the whole damn team. This is how they spell out. Look, someone that you haven't told anybody about. But if you tell or mention one sentence of their name, the community and everybody's going to know of them. But you kept this to yourself, child of God. The security you have, and you're kind of skeptical, and I don't blame you. But it is what it is, you know, when it comes to... I'm like a world atlas. Like almost like a sports atlas. Yeah, when it comes to... I'm not secure because of it. I should have fucking multitudes of millions in security because of it. But I don't gamble. That's the thing. Yes. You could be 53, 55, 35. Oh, talking about gambling. I didn't even see that. Yeah, telling you in the reverse. I don't gamble. Maybe you gamble. Your person gambles. But they're going to be gambling, and you worry about your security on this double security here. And you worry because of the amount they did so. So it's like, are they going to win? It's like, look a little closer. If you have to second guess yourself with the mask, I feel like they go through this mask in their heart chakra. Someone in their 40s, mid 40s, what was I telling you? Mid 40s. They wear like a mask. They could be a basketball player, a football player. This is what I feel, someone, a commentary into sports. Or should have been a commentary. 444 is of significance. Someone of 4 could also win the championship, if not with a 1 in it, maybe 14. Someone's gonna win the championship. 13. Someone's gonna win the championship. Like, that guy is gonna really hold the title, and he's very valued, and he's very hungry. No matter which way you look at it. I have the key. Okay? I have the freaking key. Like, what was I doing the other day? Yeah, there's the key. Okay? This person has the lock. Lock and key. This is lock and key. They've got it. This person is because their family, I feel like they're of Irish descent almost, or in feeling of luck, and being of wish fulfillment, being something you always wished for and wanted, and easy to talk to. Okay. Let's see what else. You might be religious too. So yes, you are maybe looking for a mother figure or a mother figure. I feel like you are. 15 could be of significance. Since you're 15, you know this person. I feel like you're really protective. Maybe you had this child since you were 15. That's just like superstar or something. And, or you're a masculine looking for a mother type for your children. And that's why child of God came up. But I really feel like this is a thing of your past. I feel like you're single. And not many people know. It's not your time yet. Look a little closer. It's not your time yet. But it will be. And when perfect timing happens, everybody will be rejoicing in it. Okay, being someone maybe 73, you know, or 37, and between those, a ring, 25, 2 and 5, okay, which is a size 7 this person wears. Let's see what else for the collective. Yeah. We can even ask the questions. I'm going to even ask my own question on the next question. Since you asked the same question 3 times, I'm going to ask a question. And we'll see where it goes from there. If I can remember it by that time. I think that's all this deck has to say for you, except you don't have to look any closer because you already know the truth. The truths to this freaking harvest that's gonna happen. Okay, this good seeds that you sown. Don't be afraid of the reaper. No, don't fear the reaper. 28, you could be at 28, between 28 and 40, 50, no, I'm sorry, 66. Um, and I feel like this person is of heart and value when it comes to this harvest and gambling. They're a gambler. Your person or you were a gambler. And it's like, don't gamble. You know, be humble. Be humble and grateful for what you are and where you are and who you have and what you are and how to offer. You have a house that you never stay in, King. Okay? So it's like, really, when it comes to you thinking true love, why are you pushing it off? You're just wanting a piece of ass. Not true love. Want true love for this. This is message. Like, you've been back and forth with this very, like, a masculine energy of Venus, Taurus. I'm sorry, Venus, Taurus, and Libra rules Venus. And he has Venus around his neck there. Okay? So, and he's very good looking. Pretty much that's message. You could be communicating online, but he's going to provide you security, a security that you never had. A new beginning, a new life. Look at this. Yes. When you went through this storm, he's like, you were like the two birds in the light. This is what he's going to bring you to. Divine feminine of the deck. Look. I feel like 11, angel number 11. But, definitely divine feminine of the deck. He's very into you, even though you might not have plastic surgery and you might just be naturally beautiful inside and out. Something about a party, like infinite spade. Like, I feel like this person likes to play a card game, spades. But I feel like maybe they did a movie that was in a party. Maybe they are a very shy person, but yeah, something significant with this party. Okay, a party. Maybe there's two parties to this invention or this novelty. This in the deck, if you read the book, says invention. So it's because of this invention, and really he has more to benefit from her than she does him, because she's a fucking star. Fucking star, and so are you. And she don't know it, but you do. Okay? 7 again. Where the ring was. So it's like, follow your, in your intuition. You know, this person might not be literally your type when it comes to plastic surgery or being perfect. But one thing's for certain, they're fucking beautiful and they're fucking loyal as a dog. They're fucking faithful, honest, and goddamn gorgeous as they are. Maybe they don't need that yet. And a fucking star. So, person of number 12 being of your lucky number. Okay, collective. Yes. Person, Taurus, Libra, energy. Of Venus. You could be between 28 and 56. Or 58. Of hearts. Of true, genuine love. Love? What was I saying? True, genuine love. Oh my gosh. So, just count your blessings, collective. Child of God. Could have a daughter. Person in a house that never gets to go to the house. Confirmation. And you already know the answers to your questions that you seek. But you seek them anyways to see how maybe predictable you are. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Oh! Oh my god. And this also just gave another message. Yeah, this is someone that you might not usually go for, okay? A person of wiseness and insecurity. And they could be putting a front of being of security. They could be putting up a front like they are someone that they're not, of someone of fame, and have you go to wherever they are in their plane. But they're quite deceptive. It's too dangerous to do that. Unless they come along and unless they meet you at your house or something, do not do it. Motherly speaking wise, it's a mask, it's a facade, being in tune with your chakras, having this luck. Look, I'm telling you the truth. They want you to human traffic you. Don't do it. Because they'll get wealth from you. The community doesn't know about. That's why they say don't tell everybody, right? No, don't give them your information. Intuitively speaking, do not give them any information collective. Yeah, because you're loyal and they're taking advantage of your vulnerable love. That's just disgusting to me. And this is a time not to fuck around, seriously, with all the corruption in the government going on as it is anyways. It's like, this is not the time to fuck around. We're going through with love oracle cards, because I feel like a love, like you're asking about your love life. And you feel like this seductress, or you feel like this person just wants to seduce you, doesn't really love you. They're attracted to you and teasing and hooking up and dating, but through third party, it's like you're so good looking on the outside, they can't hear you. I mean, they hear you, but they don't listen. So it's like, you want someone that listens to you, collective. You don't want some jackass that's not going to listen to you, or like really hear you, or even care what you have to say, or say, oh, I'm listening to this, after you haven't seen them all day, and you being last. No, you're first. You're valuable, and believe it. When it comes to this happiness and joy, yes, playfulness, maybe honeymoon phase you think you're going through, but this honeymoon phase with the right person, honey, is gonna last forever. It's like, yeah, even if you're married or not. But I feel like you're in the moment, through the seduction, being cutting out, separated, or trying to stop a pattern or a certain treatment that you've been treated. By a new beginning. A new beginning. And this is why you have a fear of intimacy. This is why you've been running, is because, I just have an epiphany. That's why I ran for so long. Because of what happened to me when I was a child. And you could be doing the same thing from some narcissist in this golden mirror of love absorption and being one-sided about it. Remember, there's 3 sides to the story. His, yours, and the truth, baby. Okay, hun. You're grounded in stability and performance, growth, and endurance. So you're not gonna have to worry. Okay. Hold up. I gotta do a few things too. There's freaking water. I don't know what happened, but it's from the pipes. I'm telling you, we have to drip the pipes. That's why. It's just ridiculous. I wish people would fucking listen. Not just hear me, but listen. And it's a lot of people hear me, but they don't listen. They just don't listen. It's like they don't want to listen. They just want to hear you. They think they can get a piece of you. And that's all that's on their mind, and it's sad. Because that's all they care about when you're trying to talk about real shit. You know what I mean? It's annoying as fuck. It really is. And I feel that's why you say to yourself, you don't have any friends. You don't want to be harassed and bothered by other people or strangers. or even other friends, or even cause issues by being around that. I feel like you're into preventative measures too, and you try to stay out of situations like that. I really feel that. And then I feel also another energy that puts themselves in situations like that on purpose but never gets really lucky. Um, because, everybody wants what they can have. And one is like, I think Chris Cornell said it in a song. It was something about, the want is better than the have, or for me, the have is better than the want. So that's for me, though. I don't know about you, collective. Okay. But I know that being not enough and being frustrated, you're very frustrated in this clarity. Very frustrated anymore for the collective. Sunglasses. So frustrated that it's like you're crying or whatever you do. It's like people are watching and looking at you. You are like a superstar. I'm telling you, perspection, but maybe or perspective. But I feel like you have a stalker almost. As well. This person that wears sunglasses, a lot that is well known. Healthy choices, self-love and care, being happy, your loving life, and not let narcissists get to you. I feel like you finally made that choice, and now you're going forward from that choice, and you might grow away from people that aren't for you, that are against you. I really feel that. Let's see. Yeah, as this person is like masculine energy, it's like it's not the size, it's how you work it for one. You know, don't feel like you have to look over your shoulder because you're not going to be dealing with anybody that's going to be growing out of their skin to harm you even anymore. You're aware of that and you nipped it in the bud and it's done. Like, they're done. Bad intent or return to sender times a billion plus 7. Thank you for the ones that are for us, and I pray for the ones that are against us, for God's vengeance has no mercy. And we pray for things like self-value, self-love, and appreciation. We also pray for wealth, good health, things to come that we do not have, manifesting these things. In your name, Lord Jesus, I pray, amen. And whatever you pray. And this self-indulgence of having value. What was I just saying about value? Oh, yeah, transforming, evolving, growing, and it's like I'm time to go to the next phase. And you're not afraid about your inner child and releasing the past. And it's like you're not afraid of doing that. It's like once you get into this new relationship, you're not going to even be thinking about it. So being interested, awaiting messages, texts, calls, emails, maybe talking more. I think you are going to be with this person collective, talking more. So that was that. You guys are going to be building more of a relationship. It could be feminine, passive energy, or male energy. Taking a chance, confirmation and risk and options, and then like gambling the fact of, are you what you thought you were? So you might be questioning yourself, but it's okay because the way you were treated, heartbroken from every, I feel, man or woman. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, through this passion that you don't even have passion for them anymore because you freaking spilled out their game. You already did. It's like you already know it. It's insane chemistry that you have. This burning desire of equality and just knowing who you are and validity. And it's like you don't even have this passion for this person anymore. Through this transformation because of the way you've been treated by men. Or women. But I'm feeling more men because when men have the upper hand, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you're not separated yet, but you're getting comfortable in your dysfunction, and that's not good. You need to separate. Sometimes separation is better for the kids. And it's like, not today, boundaries, not today, avoiding conversation, not today, not dealing with being upset, not today. You're not going to let anybody destroy. And maybe you did in the beginning of the day, but there's always a happy ending for the end of the day. In these karmic relationships of resentment, maybe this person, you haven't learned a lesson yet through this karmic relationship. You have to learn this lesson before you can move on. And intensity and letting go and being of work and being of a fleeting retreat and being of that person of strength through this love call of expression. Look, messages of love call, okay, through this thinking of you, informing you, okay. And that's where I was told to stop after I flipped this deck. Someone who's not wearing a mask and goes by their real name. They might even be gaslighting and personifying and talking mad shit. Someone of your past is because of your success and where they're at. Someone that's not of the camera who's been on camera, but their perception on life is fucked up. Like the hangman in the upright. And their perception on life is fucked up. This water sign. Water sign of Scorpio, Pisces, and so, for just a little more of that clarity for you, I just wanted to share that with you. Wait a minute. What is this? Key on a ring. The key. This person holds the key to your heart. Many options, unconventional, string along. Maybe you want just a one-night stand or a date. Getting back out there and seeing someone new, setting a date, and dating online. I feel like that's what you're trying to do. And it's not going to work out for you. Yeah. What was about hi, Granny? Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, Granny, what? That was my granny. My granny. What's wrong with my granny? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with my granny? Are you that, like, self-centered that you could say with that? Say with that. Someone that doesn't even own a ship. Maybe you owned a tin boat. Now you don't anymore because you had to sell it. Or because this progression's not arriving and you're really afraid right now. I don't know why, but don't be. We all have to, there's always a consequence for the actions that are presumed if you do wrong to doing right. Just remember that. So, yeah, I love granny apples. Green granny apples make really good apple pies. But I can't have sugar anymore. And let's see what else. Granny, like, online, there's a lady named Granny that I follow. I don't know if it was her, but yeah. She's awesome. Like, you have to check her out. I forget her exact post thing. Yeah, old school look, old school thinking. Over in your head. Yeah. When it comes to turmoil and working, and it's like you want to retire maybe. With this person, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not, with this person or without this person, you have the power to change your future. You do. So, like, Honestly, let's go through this tarot. I already shuffled them. So, the Wheel of Fortune that you don't have yet. You don't have your Wheel of Fortune yet, but you will. It's the first card that came out. Being of fixed signs, of Aries, Scorpions, Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune, a star, and seeing the truths in what they are. From this handsome King of Wands in the physical, but has a shitty attitude, so it takes away from his good looks. His godding energy. This Emperor, what was I saying? Aries. Okay, and not just Aries, but at the Four of Wands. In the Empress, Capricorn. This is air energy in reverse. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And that's what I said, Aquarius, over here. So yeah, I'll have putting into the work with a Libra. You put in the work with a Libra. You got to know this person that is very protective and maybe let her guard down a little bit. Finding out she's actually very generous. Look, Four of Wands. What was I saying of the Four of Wands of Aries energy? In Emperor mode. Okay. You're going to marry this Emperor energy. Divine Feminine. This very indie person. You're very independent. Very independent. You're a person that's rich. You don't have to wait for shit. Sagittarius energy. I feel like you're more pessimistic than optimistic because of the way that it came. But overall, you're generous. Let's see what else. Collective. For the collective, a Queen of Wands. I was totally vibing that. This woman you're into, this High Priestess, okay, is so beautiful. This independent woman that you're trying to get to is so freaking beautiful. And it's like, I think you've tried and tried and tried to get to her in a third party point of view or a fourth party point of view, but you have to do it directly. That's the thing you're not understanding. Do it directly. Do it yourself. Do it directly. She's not gonna go, especially if she's smart, for some bullshit third, fourth party. Are you kidding? Give me a break. The way the world is, fuck that. I wouldn't. And I don't expect you to. Yes, this Knight of Swords. It's like there is this air energy. There is no crossroad. There is no... You've made up your mind. You've made up your dang mind in the present. And that's just how it is. Three of Wands. Exactly. What was I saying? You made up your fucking mind. You made a decision already. You made a decision already. Because of this heartbreak, you know how people manipulate, and take advantage of the vulnerable ones. And this Eight of Swords, you are a light worker of an intuitive. Definitely Queen of Wands energy here. This is what this masculine is seeking of fortune. I'm pursuing this Hierophant Emperor energy. Yeah, and being grateful and wanting to marry you, no matter. I don't care. If you wanted to marry him for money, they don't care. If you wanted to marry him for love, they don't care. They want to marry you. So no matter what, they want to marry you. And that's what's going to happen, Queen of Wands. Wow. Marriage. Confirming. Emperor. Four of Wands. I feel like you need to pay attention to more detail. If you're like that, I need to go out your own self and your own way to do this, to overcome and show and prove that you're different than every other man or woman or person out there, and celebrating and not being afraid to be like, look, this is my chick or this is my dude. Um, I feel like you're both celebrating, and you will be celebrating. Everybody that was against you is now for you on this. When it comes to this partnership, okay? Everybody that was against you is now for you on this. When it comes to this partnership, they think it will be very good for you. Um, they maybe thought you were a fool before, but you're not. This is a new beginning, an emotional fulfillment that you've never experienced in your life, and neither has this person through this partnership. Um, yeah, I feel like you feel so comfortable. You don't have to have unprotected with them. I feel like, and just that you're protected, but you're not having, like, you love them so much, and you already know. Like, you already know. You already know their background. You already know all this stuff. So you're like, let's, okay? With me had made this decision of being with this Queen of Wands energy, which is actually an Empress. She just doesn't want everybody to know. Look, okay, Five of Pentacles, this humble person, this humble Queen of Wands, if that. She's humble and grateful. Oh my gosh. And then I feel like you both share the same beliefs, but in the Nine of Cups, you want to make all her wishes come true, or you're going to make all her wishes come true in every way, shape, and form. As far as people that were for you weren't really your friends before, and you're finding that out now through this humility and this relationship. Okay. Um, Success, the world. Look, this is the Priestess in reverse. Success, the world. And it's going to be very successful. Very, very, very successful. And the world and the High Priestess are pretty much the same. When it comes to getting away from bad, toxic um, things, okay, you're gonna get this woman away through your generosity and maybe breaking all the rules, and that's the truth. That's the truth, because you love this person, and love can't stop anybody's star. Your star. Aquarius energy. Okay, you're into an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini, but I feel like you shouldn't be two-faced. You should do what you say and say what you do through these truths and getting them away. And being the magician, you're gonna be doing that. You will be doing that. The magician, you're going to be getting this woman away and having a new beginning with them. Okay, this person that's very smart, that people misunderestimate her long blonde hair and her blue eyes. As far as the Six of Wands, she doesn't look at herself as that, and she doesn't care about that. The bigger message is something better for the environment or for people. So she doesn't look at that. She can't see herself like that, like you are. This is how you are, star. Emperor energy, Hierophant, God's favor, the divine's favor. You will get your Queen of Wands. You will get this new beginning. You will get this High Priestess. You will marry this person, and you guys will learn to love each other as you go. I believe the more you spend days together, the better it is. I think that the fact that you're apart is bad for both parties. Okay, so yeah, and yeah, okay, when it comes to this Queen of Cups, of being kind and just putting up with this bullshit, it's like, no, stop enabling I feel like you're denying a bunch of gifts of the Ace of Pentacles because they're scams, and you know damn right, because you're a truth seer. You're a person of the light. It's the Eight of Swords came in the reverse. Look, this is Eight of Wands even in the reverse. This is like slow, slow. You want to make slow with this person. You don't want to scare them off. You want to make slow with them. you know, and people are quarreling, and it's just like, when is it gonna stop? When is it gonna stop in this past thing? And I feel like this person's just accepted the inevitable already, um, as a beginning to be an end, a beginning to a project that's ended, um, of something in the past. It could have been several years ago. But then here we have the Lovers, Gemini, in reverse. So this is honesty. This is honest. Okay? Um, your relationship will be based off honesty. This Capricorn, look. Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy of not being controlling. But I feel like they're not even. I feel like you're on controlled medicines, but maybe they're not. But they're not controlling, and they just want the best for you. This Capricorn energy keeps coming up in all these readings. Okay, that is gonna marry you. It sees your humility for what it is and doesn't care, and it's gonna marry you anyway and take a chance and a risk on you. This Knight of Pentacles, okay, is trying to maybe stop it, and you're just not having it. This is like the villain, and you're not dealing with it. That's when the King of Swords comes up and says, no, look, the Emperor, through these new beginnings of the Page of Pentacles, because why? Because it's benefiting both of you. That's why it's going to benefit both of you. And you're not seeing the gratitude in that. You're not being grateful for that. You're just in the here and now. You're not seeing the future because your future's already pretty much set. As far as this person being a leader, okay, as far as this person having night terrors and battling back and forth from them, I think they're getting rest. They are getting rest, finally. Any more for the collective? I was gonna do charms, but it's at 127 already. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is what you're going to be, High Priestess, and your success. And we're almost at 5 o'clock. So, yeah, this is what you're gonna... Look, High Priestess. What was I telling you, energy? Okay. This intuitive, this light seeker, this person that could... They are like not a bad intender. You might look at them completely wrong, but they're for the good. This High Priestess right here in success of the Seven of Cups. It's like this is a person with many opportunities, many suitors, many people that want to be with them. And the Two of Wands, they've made a decision of who they want to be with. And it's a matter of them coming to you. This person talks good about them, but they're just talking. It's just a talk. It's like, do it or don't in the present. Do it or don't under Magician. Yeah, and a magician does shit. Okay? So I feel like, I don't know if you're a bunch of talk or hot air, but someone's gonna do something at all these suitors. So not feeling comfortable in your own skin, and maybe this person doesn't either, when it comes to trying to get away with getting money or gift cards or whatever, person of stat. This Leo energy, okay, of infinite possibilities. I feel like they have a weak maybe to their time. I feel like people mistake their strength as a weakness, and that's why it came in the reverse. Nevertheless, they are not weak. Four of Pentacles, very generous, very grateful. Okay, when it comes to these ideas, and not, what was I telling you about not having a problem in the Eight of Cups, looking away from their past. Okay. Um, because this happiness. And what was I telling you about the King of Swords coming up? Yes, this King of Swords coming up, protecting you, collective. I told you this, I predicted this, I proved this to you. In the Eight of Cups and the Upright, and the King of Swords. I mean, this is like, this person ain't taking it serious. This water energy that doesn't want to change, that doesn't want to accept what they don't understand, of Scorpio. This is the Scorpio card. Yeah, they're very stubborn. Okay. Scorpio, Pisces, maybe of wealth, and Cancer, they're not being very supportive and nurturing. When it comes to this Eight of Cups, they're not being supportive and nurturing. As you can see, it's in the reverse. So that's what's going on in the present. But this is going to be your future here. And that's what the cards have to say. You have yet to make your future in every way. You could be a celebrity, you could be marrying this person of status. It's not about fame, because let me tell you something about fame. You can have 5 minutes of fame, you could have a minute of fame, you could have whatever, a movie that someone reminds you, and then not work. And it's like, fame comes and goes. So, it's stupid. Really. Is there really such thing, excuse me, as being famous? Anyway, it's about status, having money, um, and integrity. Um, it's about leaving a legacy of kindness for others. You've got to leave a legacy of kindness of what you do. And this is where it comes into the 10th house of what you do, how the public looks at you, and what you've contributed to the public. Not just through your intuition of the 12th house, but reflection of the 11th. So 10th, 11th, and 12th house in synchronicity here. You have the power to change your future. But you're going to end up marrying this Capricorn that is very wealthy and become a Queen of Pentacles and be very successful and be someone that supports your dreams, as the Wheel of Fortune was the first card that was pulled. Okay, just know that. Okay. And then here we have Success, which is the High Priestess, which the High Priestess did come out in the upright, and I did predict that as well. Right here, the High Priestess. Okay. So I just want to let you know, you guys, thank you for your support. Subscribe, like, and share. Anyone out there, thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. It means the world to me. If you can't donate, at least subscribe. If you don't want to hear all my notifications, limit it. But I wouldn't want to miss a live like these lives. I wouldn't want to miss. So, and I feel like you don't want to miss them either. I really don't. Yeah, you don't want to get away with missing one. So, I feel, yeah, and what was under this, you're single, and what your true desires are as a family, and not just money, but someone to share it with. You're not overwhelmed. You know what you want. Just do it. Okay? Earth energy of Capricorn, Taurus. What was I telling you? It's all perspective, baby. So, that's all I gotta say about that. But subscribe, like, and share if you cannot donate. And I appreciate all donations. It goes for a good cause. It helps me help others through the channel, helping veterans, helping other people live, giving them a little advice to just keep going. You know what I mean? And it also helps me with everything that I need to do this. Like, I did this on my own. Like, these were gifts, or they were things I invested myself a long time ago in, and I feel like um, to show your appreciation. I mean, this costs money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, please donate. It doesn't matter if it's $5. You know what I'm saying? It all counts. So, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. What I really need you to do is help me monetize because no one's been donating. I haven't got one donation. And help me monetize by reaching 1,000 subscribers. Look on this channel of floating straws. It'll tell you how to dispose plastic straws before you throw them in the trash. So they can be collected, and now we can reverse together what was catastrophically driven of the melting icebergs. We can actually reverse it twice as fast if we work together. Statistically speaking and mathematically speaking, I've done the search on it, the homework on it. So if we can work together on that, and then trending now is edible straws. There's a lot of celebrities out there that are trending now edible straws, and so I really feel like you know this is the future. Trending now, edible straws. I mean, they disintegrate in less than 14 days. Um, yeah, you already made a decision on something. So yeah, they disintegrate within less than 14 days for one. Um, but they're flavorable, and they're practical, and they're eco-friendly, and they're like feathers in water. Um, they're so conventional, it's not even funny. You could find them on Amazon, any kind of edible straws for your coffee drink to your lemonade, I'm sure. And it doesn't mean you have to eat them, it just means they're eco-friendly and biodegradable. So help save your children's world as the world we live in. And maybe we can make it a better place in our generation and actually live to see it. Like literally live to see it. Um, as we make our own future. Yep, it's almost 5. I have a few more minutes before I could say goodbye and clean up. I will try to do a late night live later, you guys. These are timeless messages, so you really don't know what's what. Um, they're timeless. You never know at the time. So it's kind of funny. But all I know is the God is saying God is love. Why was I saying you 1 John 4:16? God is love, and that's what I said in the beginning, period. It's like man written book. No, God is love. Okay? Period. So don't be going off no man-made, the peace be with you of God. Romans 15:33. Adventuristic leadership, very communicative. Your name could be Roman. You could have a child named Roman. And the Lord your God will never leave you nor forsake you. So Deuteronomy 31:6, which is the Old Testament. Okay, of communications, leadership, and easy to talk to. I feel like you have to do 2 chores, and it's like the Lord upholds all those who fall and lifts up and who are bowed down. Psalms 145:14. You could be a person of song. You could be this really easy, hardworking, adventuristic, double leadership, like sing and play guitar at the same time in your hard work of songs. But upholds you and supports you. Lifts you up when you need to be. Okay? But right here, it's like God is love, period. So I don't even know about a man-written Bible and all the different translations, to tell you the truth. I go with my heart and what the Lord tells me. So the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? And that is true too. It does hold some morals, but it's very awful. Some things that happen in the Bible, if you read the whole Bible from front to end. Not even most people read their tarot books. Okay, so that's the whole fun of it. And then is being super shy and like of a person of wealth, of independence and leadership, of song. And then draw near to God and he will draw near to you. James 4:8. Your name could be James. You could jam. Literally, like, really easy to talk to. You have a sense of security. You know what it takes to succeed in leadership. You know what it takes for hard work. I feel like I'm talking to a producer right now, or a director. Um, just know God is love. And that was my message in the beginning anyways. God is love. Um, so remember that. Remember that. Remember that when you're in doubt. Okay, collective. Wait, let's bust out a few charms. What time is it? Oh my gosh, 5:05. Okay, so let's go through a couple of charms here, you guys. Like, that way you get the full thing that I offer every day. But and it's for free right now, so take advantage of it. But please help me build up to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize. I'm telling you, I need it. I need it so bad. I don't even have a freaking car. Like, you don't even know what I've been through. I haven't been through things I've been through, but I have. Rubber Ducky Day is coming up, I feel, in some way, but you're kind of like a minion when it comes to this transformation, when it comes to money, and then being a player and a swinger. And then, like, oh, honey, honey. No, 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 you're an enemy. No, 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 you shouldn't be with this person that doesn't eat red meat. Okay, if you're drinking vitamin D, just so to say, I feel like you're tan in every way. Pause, pause, pause. Maybe your chakra is too confident, and I feel like you're in confidence, but you do enjoy this type of size. Okay, that's your thing. That's what you love to do. That's your thing. That's your thing. Boobs. You're a boob person. Okay. Great in every way. This is also a pineapple, showing that you're not being faithful in swinging, or perhaps, but you are like someone that is an investor of some sort, or looking into investing into you, collective, through camera, through someone of the camera that lives in Florida and is a pharaoh energy. This person around Valentine's wants to show up with a bunch of hearts and with just make you feel special. This person wearing sandals, this star, you both are stars and you don't realize it. Look, you don't have a car. What was I just saying? But you're gonna have a car. And I feel like, yeah, you like cupcakes. This is everything, the cupcakes, the frostings from scratch, the sprinkles on top too. Okay. Yes, no, Zahir, Zahara. Hi, nice to meet you. Yes, don't go around and around when it comes to these sprinkles on top. I feel like you want to, though, because it's so fun, and it's like, if you have all the good stuff, why not? Right? But Wednesday is the day something is gonna happen. Wednesday is the day, and you could be like a Hello Kitty lover. I feel like you're looking to invest in another, and not just in yourself, because you have to. This person that lives in Texas or has exes, a lot of them, and this person that doesn't feel like they were so lucky, but this other person is of luck. They are of luck, and they could be this superhero. They could be this R2D2, of Star Wars. Like a star. R2D2 could be their favorite. They don't drink like cocktails. They're very healthy. Yeah, they have a good name. Look, a good brand name. Look here, they've invested in themselves with this brand name. This person that's kind of saying that loves teddy bears, they sleep with at night, and I don't blame you, because so do I. And I feel like your chakra is violet, purple, or blue, you know, feminine energy, but bank, bank, you've got money bags. okay? Not for all them hags. This transformation, this regeneration, this regrowth, this squirrely approach. Look, I feel like you're squirrely. Look at this cute little squirrel, but he's so cute. And you feed him nuts, like you have nuts, like you're nuts, like you're nuts. You know, like you feel like you're nuts, but you're not. And this person that is looking after you has not ghosted you. They're just being quiet. Yeah, you don't use straws and you're not into like expensive coffee. You're definitely a Care Bear person, I feel like. And maybe a person of the rainbow. A sun child. Okay, you're very caring. Look, pink. You like pink. The color pink of heart chakra. Takis, you don't like something too spicy. You don't like spicy stuff. Once in a while you do, but you're more into basketball than football. What was I saying? More into basketball than football. So in ending terms here, let's see. Green. Green is your favorite color. You could have light eyes. Light eyes is rubber ducky day. It's like you kind of look forward to that in a way. Maybe you're wearing sweaters right now, but you do have maybe 5 really close star friends as your star. You do not watch too much of a fighting thing or gamble on it. You're more of a basketball person. You drive a truck, a low profile truck. It could be white or black. And you're definitely signed. You signed a contract of some sort. There's you, wearing a tan shirt, confident, person of communication. Okay, this person that likes to drink beer, or perhaps root beers, you know, and is into this royal white kitty. Nice. That's what I have for you today, collective. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed the time that we had together. Thank you for joining me. And I'm going to try to do a late night live, but if I can't, then I will tomorrow night. Um, Anyways, thank you guys for joining me today and being a part of my purpose in every way and just being kind and heartfelt, you know, and just being loyal. I mean, and faithful and just subscribing, liking, sharing, and you know, just being a big part of the support team here. There's a couple decks that I didn't get through today, but that's why I would do a late night live. But I'm dealing with some water issue thing right now, and so I've got to get the water on so I can make dinner and do all this other stuff, and it's like, the fuck happened? I don't even know, and I swear it's because of the swelling of the pipe. So if you live anywhere cold, just put all your faucets on your drip so your pipes don't swell and break, like crack and shit. And I've tried to tell people this, but it's like, what do I know, right? Especially when you're younger than your bro. Anyways, I just want to thank you again, and I love you all. You guys have been such a good support team. You guys have been, like, there for me, and I want to be there for you. So, I just want to thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's not enough thank yous that I could give, honestly. And if you want a sneak preview of what you missed on this live, please follow my Facebook. It's Jessica McDaniel Alisa, Alisa, one word. Okay, one whole thing, at Jessica McDaniel Alisa. Then you can follow the rest of this live and or whatever you missed earlier than what YouTube will spit it out as, because YouTube has to upload it and go through it and then, you know, put it on. So if you want to see a sneak preview of that, you can do that. Okay, so for Zahara, I'm gonna use the pendulum for you, Zahara, real quick. Okay. um Show me yes. Thank you, pendulum. Show me no. Thank you, pendulum. For Zahara, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. But will she be in a relationship soon? Yes or no? Yes, Sahara. Yes. Yes. This is Ima Phatnga. Yes, you will. In divine timing. Don't rush it. Yes. Yes, you will. So I hope that helps, and I hope I was able to answer your questions and lead you in the right way. And thank you so much. Remember, put God first in all, and everything else falls into place. So do your best every day, do your homework, do your studies. There's nothing more important. And be kind to another. Help a veteran. Tell someone that they're good looking. Tell someone that you appreciate them. Tell someone that, give someone a compliment. It's better to give than to receive. And I really feel like this is like your energy. And I feel like you're just gonna meet your twin flame or your like soulmate soon for some reason. I don't know why they came out. But that's why I pulled out the love message cards, which I gave you. If you have to rewind and look, please look. Thank you so much. And I hope that helped. I'm a what? Phatnga, whatever that is. Phatnga. Okay? And so, Zahra. Zahra. Is that your name, Zahra? Yes. It's a yes. Your question. Okay, so thank you so much again. And I will try to do a late night live, but if I can, I'll see you guys later. And that's message. I love you all. Message.